Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into a couple products that I want to discuss my personal thoughts with you guys on, and then I would like your guys' feedback as well, or input if you guys have used either one of these, or would you consider one over the other after I share my thoughts with you guys. So we're going to be looking at a set of reversible ratcheting wrenches from Tekton, as well as a product from Wen. So just my thoughts on both brand and my experience with them. Tekton I've been using for almost 10 years, and this was back when they were a very, very cheap tool company. They offered not just cheap prices, but cheap tools. And I've been a big fan of them over the years, watching them grow into the company they are now, seeing them get rid of old, cheap quality products, redesign and re-release a lot of new, better tools, and they continue to improve and have improved over these years. And it's just a company that I always find myself looking at whenever I'm going to buy a new tool, and if they offer that product that I'm looking for, they're one of them that I tend to consider quite often. I have a lot of tools from them, and there are a couple things that I really like about Tekton. The quality of product for the price that you get them at, and their warranty. So unfortunately, over the last 4 or 5 years though, their prices have increased quite a bit. Not on everything, but on a good portion of their tools. Now, if you've just started looking into or just gotten into Tekton tools within the last 4 or 5 years, you wouldn't really notice the prices. You're probably just used to that pricing. But if you've followed Tekton for many years, you would be shocked at the price increase. Now, some of that may be due to inflation and manufacturing costs, but some of this stuff is far beyond that, unfortunately. Some of their stuff has over doubled in the last few years. So while I still think Tekton is a fantastic brand, and they offer a great lineup of tools, and a lot of them still at a really good price, they have a fantastic warranty. Unfortunately, I tend to have to be more selective on what I buy from Tekton now, over back a few handful of years ago, where I knew I was going to get a good deal on basically everything that they offered. But I do like what Tekton's done over the years. Everything that they've released, watching them grow, it's been really, really cool. And their warranty is probably one of the best warranties that you can ask for from a tool company. My Wen experience, I've probably been using their items for about 8 years. And primarily, I've mentioned both Tekton and Wen in a lot of my videos. When it comes to Wen, I'm normally discussing their power tools, whether that be bench grinders, drill presses, rotary tools, anything like that. Wen is a cheaper brand as well. And they're the brand that I look at when I'm needing a power tool to have on hand for jobs I might do here and there, but not a tool brand that I expect top quality from. If I'm going to be using that tool on a daily or weekly basis, that's Wen is something that I keep in mind for those things that I want to have on hand for the occasional job. And they tend to hold up really well for that type of use. I don't or haven't really looked at Wen as far as hand tools. And actually, the reason for this video is due to a subscriber, V Chow. So hopefully I didn't butcher your username. They had asked me if I looked at the Wen reversible ratcheting wrenches, and I hadn't. So that got me interested. I went and checked them out, and as soon as I saw them, I immediately knew where I had seen them from before. So that's what created this video, and I really hope you guys enjoy. That's kind of my backstory on both tool brands, my thoughts on them, and what I think of each one. So Tekton recently, in the last couple years, released their new ratcheting wrenches, long double box ends, these reversible ones, as well as some others. So this one specifically is their 14-piece set. This is 6 through 19 millimeter. It's a 12 point, and this one sits at $150. They also have a larger set, a 19-piece 6 through 24 millimeter at $250. Don't get me wrong, I think both of these are great sets, great quality tools, and a great lineup of wrenches. So with the Tekton, you're going to be getting a standard open end with no anti-slip features. This is going to carry a brushed nickel plating or coating over your traditional chrome that we tend to see in the United States. And then you have a 12-point box end with a 72-tooth reversible ratcheting mechanism. And I think the quality is there. I think that it's a nice, complete, no-skip set. The smaller one going from 6 to 19 and the larger set going from 6 to 24. But these do come in at a price of $150 to $250, and that's without an organizer or a pouch. They do go up in price from there if you get it with an organizer or a pouch. If we just take a quick look at them a little bit closer, you can see the open end there, the box end, the reversible switch, the 15-degree offset. There you can see it a little bit better. There you can kind of see that satin finish, or that brushed look. It's called their satin chrome finish. And then we'll look at when available on Amazon. Here's their 16-piece set, a little bit different size. So Tekton had the 6 to 19 and 6 to 24. This one from when is going to be 7 to 22. So a little bit larger than Tekton's smaller set and a little bit smaller than Tekton's larger set. So it falls right in between the two, but this set, it's the only size set that they have available, and it's at $108 here on Amazon. Well, from what I've gathered, they're the same wrench set, minus them being different size sets, and the finish. So just looking a little bit closer, this one is going to come in a roll pouch, 7 through 22, no skips, just like the Tekton set. This is going to carry a chrome-plated finish, though. The open end is your standard open end, no anti-slip features, same length. The box end is a 12-point, 72-tooth reversible ratcheting mechanism. And as soon as I saw the reverse switch on these, that's when I realized I had recognized it before. So here's the Wen reverse switch. And here is the Tekton reverse switch. Same exact reverse switch. Now, on a lot of wrenches, the reverse switch isn't, very unique. They're all pretty generic, I guess you would call it. Well, Tekton is basically the first one that I saw that used a design like this, and I always found it interesting. I thought it was kind of weird because you can see more of the switch instead of it being like fully encased. You can see the bottom part of the switch, and I always thought that was weird. I always wondered if it kind of let dirt and debris in. As far as I can tell, nobody has had issues like that, so that's not really something that I'd be worried about anymore now that they've been out a little while. But it is the same reverse switch, and so there's quite a price difference here, with the Wen being at $108 for the 16-piece set and the Tekton 14-piece set being $40 higher. So the Wen set, you get a couple more wrenches for $40 less. But then Tekton also has the set that is 19 pieces, so 3 more wrenches. You get a 6mm, a 23, and a 24 in the larger Tekton set, but that's $140 more than the Wen set. So my personal thoughts, I think they come from the same factory. I think they're the same wrenches, but the coating or the finish coating is the only difference. Now, is there a possibility that the heat treatment may be different? Possibly. Not likely, but possibly. I can't say for certain. Honestly, the heat treatment on a wrench, it's not something I tend to really worry about. The only area that would really affect is the open end of the wrench, and that has more to do with the shape. But since these are the same wrenches, the shape is going to be the same. And so the only thing I would worry about is the spreading of the open end. And honestly, it's very, very rare for me to break loose a stubborn fastener with the open end, unless that's the only way you can get on the fastener. So the heat treatment really isn't something I'm worried about in a wrench, as long as it's just not absolute garbage or extremely soft. But then the other thing that could be different is the ratcheting mechanism. Do I think the ratcheting mechanism is different? No. If it is some improvement, do I think the heat treatment or the ratcheting mechanism is worth the extra $40 to $140? Or if you get the organizer or carrying pouch, it's $150 and $160 difference. Do I think it's worth it? Absolutely not. I don't think it's the difference. If I was looking for a reversible ratcheting wrench set and I was looking at the Tekton and then came across the Wen, would I still consider the Tekton? No, I would not. The only way I would consider the Tekton is if I had a bunch of Tekton rewards points or, rewards money saved up. But then again, I would probably still go with the Wen set and save that rewards points for something that I could get from Tekton that I couldn't get the same from somebody else, if that makes sense. The only thing that's really different, both of them carry a lifetime warranty. Now, Tekton does have probably the best warranty process out there. I can't say what the Wen warranty process is like. It is lifetime warranty, but I can't say how that process is. I do have quite a few Wen products, but I've never used their warranty. So I'm guessing the Tekton one is probably easier to deal with, but once again, is that worth the extra $40 to $140? I don't think so. So the only difference is, as far as I can tell, is the plating, whether you like the brushed nickel or the chrome plating. That's really the only visible difference. Once again, the only differences that may be possible is the heat treatment cycle or the ratcheting mechanism. Honestly, I don't think there is, or even if there is, I don't think that price difference justifies the upgrade, if that makes sense. But that's just my personal thoughts. I wanted to share it with you guys. This is just a look. This is the Tekton set. Once again, there you can see the reverse switch. They use the same mechanism. All around, I think they're both great wrench sets, and I really enjoy Tekton. I just don't think it's worth the price difference. Here you can see reversible design, 15-degree offset, just like the Tekton, 72 tooth, 5-degree arc swing, made of professional grade, both chrome vanadium, 7 to 22, no skips, all wrenches backed by a lifetime warranty. Here you can see all the sizes included, but my big dumb body is in the way. If you would like to pause and read that, you may. And on the Wen website, it ranges from $97, basically $98 up to $114, and then the Tekton being $150 to $270. So I do understand that there's a possibility of there being minor differences in these wrenches, but I do believe they're coming from the same factory. They're the same wrench with a different coating, and that's basically it. My question to you guys is, if you were looking for a reversible ratcheting wrench set and you came across the Tekton one and you were interested in it, would you go ahead and save the money by going the Wen route, possibly taking a harder warranty process over the Tekton, or would you fork out the extra $40 to $150 for the Tekton set? But as far as my research, looking at both websites, looking at both of the reviews and everything, I will say Jeff's Garage Adventures has done reviews on the non-reversible Wen set and the combination wrench set, but this is one I haven't seen a review on. So I think this set is priced really, really well for what you're getting: a no skip size, really good coverage up to 22. A lot of these sets only go up to 19, sometimes 20, sometimes 21, but this goes up to 22. It is weird that it starts at 7 though. Normally you'll see them start at 8 or 6, so it is weird that it starts at 7. But looking at all of the photos, I'm not going to waste too much more of your guys' time looking at the photos. But as far as I can tell, everything's identical on the wrench. It's just immediately when I saw that reverse switch, I knew I had seen it before and wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Have you guys used either one of these? If you have the Tekton set, would you have considered the Wen one if you knew about it before purchasing the Tekton set? That's just my personal thoughts. I would personally go the Wen route. I personally don't look for the best tool on the market. I don't look for the cheapest tool on the market. I look for the best bang for your buck tool. So not every tool needs to be the best tool out there to get a job done, but I also don't want to go through the headache of dealing with extremely cheap tools, and that's why I'm always on the look for the best tool for the best price. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts, or if you guys have experience with either one of these, or your thoughts on them being different or the same. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.